Okay, you guys are opening. You have 2 minutes to present your argument, and then you have a minute for closing. Yeah, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Japji.
My name is Riddick.
My name is Lovejoy.
My name is Jose.
My name is J-Jo.
My name is Kirsten.
My name is Juliana.
My name is Arlene.
I would like to explain my opinion on the idea that the farm workers' children should stay home to work. Now that these children are illegal immigrants, meaning they do not know any English. This means that these children will have a bit of a tougher time in school as they need to learn entirely different language than their native tongue. This will make them behind their peers in many different subjects, which can lead to bad long-term effects. For example, when these children go to the middle school, whenever they live, they will most likely be in the regular classes because of how behind they were in elementary. This means that in high school, they will probably stay in regular classes, making it harder to get in a good college. If the end goal of getting into a good college is not reached, then going to school for all these years has been a waste of time that could have been spent working in the fields to fend for the family.
To continue,
No.
So how,
They can't answer you if you're gonna address them.
Oh, okay.
You can address them, but they're not answering yet.
So you know how Jose said that you do not speak they don't know how to speak their language? Well, they will never learn how to speak their language if they can't, if they don't go to school. And one of the most biggest reasons why I think that they should go to school is because, well, education will bring them a brighter future and a better reputation. Because, like, just imagine, like, let's say that you don't go to school, and just imagine working in the fields every day and having nothing to look forward to. But if you go to school, then you'll have a brighter future and better things to look forward to. And an example is like when my grandfather was ill, he had two brothers, and they worked in the fields, but my grandfather chose to go to school, and he works in the medical field now. But my dad, now he owns his own business, but if you look at the brothers, they're still in the field working with their sons. And so they're still in the old village, and they're really poor. And I believe that if you want a better reputation, a lot of the society is determined on how much education you have. Because, like, if you think about it, a lot of people judge you on how smart you are or how not smart you are, I guess. But that's how a lot of the society here is based on.
even though he goes to school, he might feel sad that his family's not there. So, like if he can't make no friends, he's probably gonna feel sad. And then his mom and dad are working in the fields for like 8 hours a day or something like that. And then he's not helping, and then that's gonna make him feel guilt. It's gonna make him feel guilt. And then also, as he progresses, his family is gonna be because he's not working in the fields. His family is working twice more harder than they could be if he was working in the fields, and then they could get more money. And let's say because in the story it said they get $5 every day or something. I forgot, but then they could have got an extra $5 with him working.
I don't think $5 is enough to risk 6 to 12 years of schooling, because that's pretty much a waste of time, and they wouldn't be sacrificing see much labor. I mean, yes, it would be great if he could both work and go to school, but obviously he can't. That's why we're debating. With even 6 to 12 years of schooling, it would open up many more doors for him and many more opportunities, so he can be a wealthy businessman or anything good and take care of his family in the future.
If kids don't know how to speak English, how are they gonna make friends? Even if he gets a friend that does not know how to speak English, he lives in a moving family. He's not gonna have those friends for a long time. For example, Panchito, he only made one friend, which was his teacher. But he had to move. So which kind of made him sad, I guess. And that's it.
I feel like that having one child grow up and make something of themselves is so much better than just breeding more and more generations of farm workers. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but it's true. Like, without education, you're pretty much not going to get anywhere. Like, if family honestly came first, the child shouldn't have had to do backbreaking work as a child. He would be going to school to help his family in the long run. 6 years of impacted struggle while he went to school is a lot better than a lifetime of struggling. Because if he stayed in the fields, he'd be struggling the rest of his life. But if you can just struggle like for a good 6 years, like, and just go to school and grind it out, then that's so much more worth it. If he had stayed home, he wouldn't have gained any useful academic knowledge from his parents, because his parents weren't educated either. Even today in America, how many children stay home to help their families work? None. Not only because it's now a law that all children go to school, but because how many people would want their children uneducated ending up in the same position they're in? Not many. This is why I believe that education is always more important than money. If family really came first, the parents would take into consideration what the child wanted. Like, what child wants to go work in the field when he can be benefiting? It's not like he's going to go do something fun. He's, benefiting from going to school. So that's why I feel like if he had stayed home in the fields, even if it did help his family, I feel like the sacrifice is definitely worth it.
Can we have a minute for closing argument?
Yes. And then one of them gets to go again to make up for the one missing debater.
Okay. If kids do go to school, like I'll bring up the example in the story where they made $5 a day with 3 men when the dad, Panchito, and his brother did work in the fields. Now, you guys want all the kids to go to school. The mother will probably be in the house taking care of the little kids. So that means a dad, one person, is working to support a whole entire family. Let's say it's $5 a day. $5 a day in a week, that's $35. $5 a day in a month is around almost $200. Now, if you put kids to work, that amount almost doubles or triples. And you guys are seeing a long-term effect of 6 to 12 years of schooling. Imagine how much money they would have if those kids worked for 6 to 12 years every day, rather than one person working for 6 to 12 years every day. If you use the example in the story, say they went to school for 180 school days, the family would not earn $900 if the children had worked, and make only $1,800 in a year when they could have made $2,700. Now, if you take that for 6 years of the kid going to school, the family would make $5,400 on the days that he would not go to school, and make $10,800 on the days if he stayed home and worked. And that amount adds and adds and adds every single year. And then Juliana was talking about a long-term effect of going to school. Imagine if they had all that money saved up, the next generation could have gone to school and not had to have worked to make money for the family, and they would have had enough to support them.
I would like to add.
So you're taking the place,
Yes.
the fourth debater.
Where does that generation start, though? I mean, if they just keep working.
He can't answer. You can address it to him, but he can't answer.
I just feel like, it has to start somewhere. Like, you can't just out of nowhere have one generation go, because that money is going to be used. And then Jose said that you don't, that you need to, if you don't get good classes, you're not going to go to college. But I believe that even 6 years of school opens a lot more doors to get a better job. You don't have to go to college. A lot of people don't go to college, and they're very successful. successful. And English is very important too. He said that, Riddick said that you don't make friends if you don't speak English. That's why he needs to learn English, to develop social skills too. And then Japjit also said that the whole family has to go to school, but I don't think that's true. If only one child went to school, that can make, only one child went. So, and even so, that's still unfair because that's how it is today anyway. The parents provide for the kids. The kids shouldn't have to work when that money doesn't go back to them personally, it goes back to the family. Whereas education will help them personally. So the parents support the kids anyway. That's how it is. If you want. Well, okay.
Okay, so the next portion is 1 minute, same format, same order.
I'm using an example from the story Casas de Cartón. Like Panchito, he lacks the basic skills that people should have at that age. And since he's in 6th grade, he's probably just gonna be learning the 1st grade, the 2nd grade, the 3rd grade, all the way up to the 6th grade. And probably by the time he's in high school, he'll probably be learning the stuff that he should be learning in the 6th grade. And Panchito would be and that's not counting if he probably gets held back a grade. So he might be even more behind by the time he's in middle school, and he'll probably be learning probably lesser things than he should have been.
Okay, so I believe how Japji said, he said, if he earns $5 every week, then it will, every day, it will be $35 every week. So now think about it this way. Don't they have to have food? Don't they have to have clothes? Don't they have to pay rent or anything? Well, that money will get wasted eventually, so you can't just think about to just save it up and then the next generation can use it, because every week it's going to be used. I mean, you can't just save up $10,000 and then not use it at all, because then you would die of hunger, not have nice clothes, nothing. So I think that what Japji said isn't really efficient to saving up the money to actually for the next generation, because you're gonna have a lot of expenses until then.
So, and Juliana said, she said if we save up the money, it's still gonna get wasted. So, and because there's 3 younger kids inside the family, they could probably go to school while the other three older kids stay at work. So then they could get I guess you could say they get more money from the older kids, so then the younger kids can go to school, and then the younger kids can actually, like Amanda said, the older kid is gonna learn 1st grade material at 6th grade, so maybe the younger kids can get 1st grade material in 1st grade and then keep on going from that.
Well, first of all, why are you even having kids if you don't have the money? There's no point in giving birth just for your own pleasure, because there's things such as protection, but we're not even getting into that. First of all, your brain was provided from God, and you're gonna have to build up your body and your muscles and all that stuff for the farm working and all that, when you can just use your brain for free. You're not gonna even use your brain in farm working, you're using your body and all that. So yeah, I don't think you should give birth if you don't have the money.
So you know how Juliana said that only one child should go to school? So if she wants only one child to go to school, isn't this debate about should every child go to school? She's saying only one should go to school while the other work.